Okay, I had my DENpiphany, and I think it was the moment that I arrived for my first summer institute, which was the excursion at sea. And the first night we met, we had all of these educators in one room, and I just remember looking around thinking, my goodness, all of these people understand what this is all about. And it was just so great to be in a place where everyone got it. And from that point on, I have been hooked on the DEN.
My DENpiphany was not actually when I got hired by Discovery. It wasn't even in the first couple of months after I got hired, but it was actually when I was attending my very first P&C conference in Pennsylvania. And my job was to work the booth and to kind of interact with the various DEN members and kind of get up to speed on the community. And I decided I was going to do some interviews for the podcast that I was doing at the time, which is being done much more professionally now as by David Fisher in the DEN Zone. But at that time, I was going to be interviewing some of the various DEN stars, and most of them were fairly new because we hadn't even been around for quite a year yet. And that's when I met R.J. Stengerlin. And I made one simple request of her. I said, I'm going to put a microphone in your face, and I want you to just tell me your thoughts about the DEN. And about 3 hours later, literally 3 hours later, she started kind of wrapping it up. Her passion and enthusiasm, what she did that day was define for me PLN better than anybody I've ever heard it. And she couldn't do it in just one or two sentences, but she just went on and on about the different connections that she'd made and the way people inspired her and so on. And what it really did was impress upon me just how this is much, much more than a community. It's more than even a movement. It's more than even a family. This is, it's quite simply, in my mind at the time, it was the future of education and the future of what everybody needed to be doing as educators. So that, in a nutshell, was my DENpiphany.
I have had many DENpiphanies, but the very first DENpiphany that I've had was my very first DEN when Steve said, you're going to create a project and I don't care how you do it, you just got to get it done. And I didn't know what to do because I didn't have any goals, objectives, a rubric to follow. And I asked somebody what to do and they said, do what you know how to do and do it the best you can. And I've never had anyone tell me to do that before. I've always been told, no, we can't do that. That's too hard, too difficult. Our people don't know how to do that. And so my DENpiphany was when I was told to be me.